Is this somebody's coffee?
Yes, that's mine. I can.
Don't want to forget the favorite.
Yeah.
Good evening. Well, you know, I was hoping for more people, but you guys are just the right people. So I'm welcoming you. I'm not Brandon Moss. I'm Doris Ausler, and Brandon asked me to cover for him this evening because he had another commitment. And I'm happy to have done it, particularly since I bugged him that I wanted to do this. I'm proud to say this concert was my idea. I'll explain that. First of all, welcome to the concert series. We have other programs through the year, and just so you know, May 16th is the Chamber Music Connection featuring the Cavani String Quartet. And 2 days later, the first Unitarian Universalist Choir Spring Concert. All the choirs will be doing that. Some of the choir members are here this evening, which is really cool. To those who are live streaming, howdy, particularly Amy and Gary. Amy and Gary, particularly Amy and I sang in symphony chorus for 20 or so years together, and got to know her family then. They raised their family, young Aaron here, and his sister in Bexley. Now the kids are off on their own now, and they decided Jenny lives and her husband John live in the suburbs of Boston, and Jenny just happens to work for the Unitarian Universalist Association. I just think that's so cool. Which means Carrie is her boss. Those of you who know Carrie McDonald. So that's half of our duet here. Michael is from Tucson, part of an amazing family of music makers, and he currently lives in Cincinnati with his wife Serenity, who is also a musician. And among other things, Michael teaches cello. So both of these guest artists here tonight are very busy, and we're so grateful that they came, one driving in from eastern Pennsylvania, one driving in from Cincinnati, just to do this concert. And then I'll turn around and go back. Because I asked them. Thanks to the sound team. I don't think the sound team gets enough credit, so thank you, Ivy, and the Davidson boy, I can't think of his name. Thank you for the work that you do. One more thing, there'll be one intermission, and they will, Aaron and Michael will tell you when that is, and the restrooms are straight that way. You'll hit the offices and then you turn left and you go all the way down. And I'm proud to say that our church now has unisex bathrooms. You can take your pick. Just know that one of them has urinals and one doesn't. And finally, there are some CDs and mugs available out in the hallway, and we hope you might enjoy one of those. So I will now turn off my phone, hint, hint, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Doris.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's so good to be here. I've played in Columbus with Aaron a bunch of times. My friend Dave Hawkins is in the audience. I played in Columbus with Dave. It's always just nice to be in the person I'm collaborating with in their hometown, essentially. So we're going to start with a song that it's the title track and the first track, I believe, of our most recent album. It's called Hello World. And we actually, Aaron and I do a podcast called the Nathans and Ron Cast. And we interviewed the gentleman who created the computer program Hello, World, ! And Brian Kernahan. And he basically, we interviewed him in our podcast because we were promoting our album. And now our podcast has gone down the road of songwriting and the craft and art of songwriting and all that good stuff. But if you want to learn more about Hello World, you can listen to our podcast. But and you can hear our recording on our album. But we'll play it for you live right now. So.
All right.
Hello world, you can see my light. You typed a couple of lines and I came to life. You made a couple mistakes, you were so depressed. But then you coded me right and I'm your first success. Hello world. Hello world, you are on the rise. By the gleam of the screen, there's wonder in your eyes. I'm not much to look at, I'm a single line. But I'm your Java baby and you are doing fine. Hello world, glad you took the time. Hello world, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine. There's so many things you can't wait to try, but you've got to crawl before you learn to fly. At that cursor, that blank command line. Then you crack my code and all the stars align. La da da, la da da da. Hello world, as we are getting old. Last time we spoke was when you shared your code. Your kids grew up to learn your ways of old. But you can trace it back to me, I am it so. I am the first program you designed. Hello world, 01 sunshine. There is nothing that you can't design. Hello world, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine, 01 sunshine.
Is that a modem?
I'm trying. Does that sound like a mono?
No.
No, okay. Well, 01 sunshine. I tried. Next time I'll get it, Aaron.
Next time.
Okay.
Dial up.
It's just safe to say they didn't use a cello for the dial-up sound. You know, it was something different. Well.
All right.
Oh, wow, we're going there.
Yes. There was a babysitter that was late once, and so she got a song. But
Got a song.
the song started, of course, with...
Yeah, I was sitting in New Mexico, somewhere outside of... I forget the guy's name. He was in some famous, 1950s rock band, essentially, and wrote a famous song. But he was hosting my family group, and I was sitting in the car in the mandolin. I couldn't leave the car till I wrote a song, and I did. But then it had no bridge for about 8 years, and then Aaron said, "I've got an idea. Late babysitter." And so it worked. And then it was even used in a small little fringe festival play that Serenity Fisher, my married to, wrote. And I wrote all the music for that one. And Crooked Fiddle was used. I was in a white dinner coat, looking fancy. It was in my only acting role, and all I did was sing and play cello. So it was I'd say maybe I acted well, I'm not sure. Or I just did what I did. So, but here's Crooked Fiddle. It's the title track from our 2014 album.
Our first
Fiddle.
album.
Yep. We do this so we get the weird out of the way, and then you'll accept us for the rest.
Icebreaker.
The world is a crooked fiddle tune in my head. Measures turn around and then taken out instead. Sing to me, oh sing to me, fancy free alchemy of mind stuck behind, then rewind into the good old days. Ideal wood and steel frontier meals, got a feel for yesterday. I need to be intrinsically the way the rhythm used to be.
Melinda said that she would swing around the house at 8, and now I'm tapping with the clock. That girl is running late. If I don't break out of this trap, I'm gonna blow my lid. This crazy crooked fiddle tune is tapping round my head. The wheels are turning in my head, the kettle's gonna blow. I try to stop it if I could, but I don't know. The drum is talking in its sleep, it says you're out of line. This crazy crooked fiddle tune is tapping out of time. Hats hang around, berry hair upside down, who really cares? When visuality, who we see is a new reality. When
hats hang around, berry hair upside down, who really cares? When visuality, who we see is a new reality. Bring me right into the light, where nothing peels our sunburned fields. A world in flux, she's had enough, till people live and learn to give. The world is a crook
that she would swing around the house at 8, and now I'm tapping with the clock. The girl is running late, and now my head is getting red. I'm staring at the wall. Sometimes I wonder if she's even done the show. Sometimes I think this whole wide world is pounding on my mind. This This crazy
turn around out
crooked
of it,
fiddle
taking
tune
out
is
his
tapping at a
There you go.
We haven't done that in a while.
Oh, it's been a while. I gotta practice.
okay?
That. Yeah, I ran out of breath. Wow.
He walked here.
It's okay. If I fall out of the chair, you just catch me, right? Or not, you know.
It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
So, yeah. If you're singing, just remember to breathe. If you forget, it's just, you get tired.
Well, it's so good to be back here in Columbus. Thank you all for coming. I see a lot of familiar faces. God bless you for coming. It's good to still come back here and see people I recognize and love. So this is by request, and this is a song about a man named Dr. Morris Jolson, born in the 1870s in Poland, and he died in 1957 in New Jersey. And in between, he was an obstetrician. He delivered more than 20,000 babies, including my mother, some of whom you know. Did he deliver you? You're a Jolson baby? Okay. You just got in there. You were born in Patterson? Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, well, there we go, including my mother, my grandmother, my father on the other side of the family, Uncle Rick, and countless other aunts, uncles, and cousins. But he was more than just an obstetrician. He paid house calls. If there was a problem, you didn't, in Patterson back in that day, you didn't call the doctor, you called Dr. Jolson. And so this is, and my late Uncle Jerry actually archived his medical bag, and I got to see it for the first time at the North Jersey Historical Society last summer. So that was a real trip. So this is a song called Dr. Jolson's Bag. Ready? I'm calling Dr. Jolson, the baby's got the flu. We've nursed him with the bottle now, there's nothing we can do. And since outside there's driving snow, we're stuck in here for sure. We almost lost our hope when there's a knock upon the door. He smiles, but he stays bundled up, the coal stove is unlit. He walks up to the cradle and he opens up his kit, and soon the baby's quiet, he's all swaddled in a rag. Whatever magic potion came from Dr. Jolson's bag. We're grateful, Dr. Jolson, for the effort and the time, but I'm sorry to report that we have barely got a dime. We've just arrived in Patterson by Alexander's Falls. You helped me birth this child, though you did not know us at all. He smiles, it's not a problem, I know that you can bake. Don't worry about the money, you can pay me with a cake. And then the 3-year-old comes toddling out and says he wants a snack. Who'd have known that there was candy inside Dr. Jolson's bag? That's so kind, Dr. Jolson, but my husband can't get hired. Can't afford to heat the stove, much less get the dough to rise. He says that you can take your time, just get that baby well. I was once in your position, and I was grateful for the help. This child is the beginning, our story's just begun. This child is a first-generation Pattersonian. He'll learn to serve his country and his community as well. This child shall share the privileges of Hamilton himself. He takes one last look at the baby and says he has to go. And from my window I can see him disappear into the snow. What's that beneath the ashtray? I see a splash of green. From $1, Mr. Hamilton is staring back at me. And a little vial of medicine is sitting by the crib, with handwritten instructions telling us how much to give. As I shake my head and wonder, as I pat the baby's back, I'm grateful for the blessings inside Dr. Jolson's bag. I'm grateful for the blessings inside Dr. Jolson's bag. Thank you.
Aaron Nathans. That's the second track on our new album, Hello World.
Ask me if I'm tuned up.
Are you tuned up?
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
What's the name of the next song?
Not what I'm tuning for.
Oh,
That was his way to tell me I'm doing the wrong song. Well, the guitar is in tune for the following.
yeah. This is for anybody who spent quality time at the airport formerly known as Port Columbus. Did they rename it? I mean, I like John Glenn and all, but that there's Port Columbus. Do people call it Port Columbus still, even though it's no? They call it John Glenn now. Well, he was a nice guy. Space.
Well, this is when I first wrote it, I said, "Oh, this song's too silly," and Aaron said, "No, I like it. We should put it on the album." So it made it on one of our other albums. It's called Just 1 Minute.
What's it about?
Waiting for someone while you're picking them up in a
At the
airport.
Airport.
Yeah, it's as. I thought you said that already. Just 1 minute till you show. Just 1 minute. Don't they know? But they tell me that I've got 30 minutes to go. They tell me that I've got 30 minutes to go. In the cellar,
In the cell.
gears turn in my mind.
Gears turn in my mind.
In the cellar,
In the cell.
sleeping off the time.
Sleeping off the time.
But you tell me that I need to wait another 5. You tell me that you need just a little more time. Just 1 minute
Just 1 minute.
until you're here. Just 1 minute,
Just 1 minute.
I know you care.
I know you care.
Give 1 minute
Give 1 minute.
of your time. They tell me that I've gotta go home. They look fast, push me in the road. They're the ones who see the list. They're the ones who run the globe. They're the ones who snip the line. They're the ones who have the globe. They're the ones who ignore humans. They're the ones who have no soul. They're the ones who have no limits. They're the ones who have no hope. Okay. That was weird. Tip them 20.
Tip them 20.
They won't take the bribe.
They won't take the bribe.
Tip them plenty.
Tip them plenty.
Yet they don't seem alive.
They don't seem alive.
Just 1 minute till you show. Just 1 minute, but they tell me go. Just 1 minute till you show. Just 1 minute, but they tell me to go. Tell me to go. Tell me to go. Tell me to go. Thank you so much.
So the problem with songs is that they are all written in the past. So, I mean, it's like you need something for now. We all need something for now, and all we have to rely on are songs, are used songs, right? So I wrote something for the now. I'm not quite off book, I'm close. But I'm gonna use a little cheat sheet here. This is, I think, the second time we've played this. There was a mug in my cabinet, and I remember the morning of the election, before I went and voted. It says thankful, and I thought of going and taking that cup out. I'm like, no, I'm gonna use this mug tomorrow. So the name of this song is "Thankful Anyway." How we doing? All right, well, DIY, right? I am thankful for the sunrise, for a cool breeze on a sunny day. I am thankful for the spring greens and baby blues in the month of May. I am thankful for my family and the last good book I read, for good teeth, a good job, and a roof over my head. Good jokes and fancy clothes and boardwalk afternoons, a cat in my lap and lazy days with you. I'm thankful every day for the simple things, no matter what this old world brings. Gotta hold on to that joy. Can't tell you it'll be okay, but I'm here with you. So I'm thankful anyway. I am thankful for a good joke, a good book, and a mandolin. I am thankful for the music, a slow dance can make me spin. I am thankful for this bounty, I am thankful for my friends, for a long ride or a long hike on a road that never ends. Flapjacks and cherry cokes on Sunday afternoons. We're sitting in the dark and holding hands with you. I'm thankful every day for the simple things, no matter what this old world brings. Gotta hold on to joy. I can't tell you it'll be okay, but I'm here with you. So I'm thankful. Well, hard times come and hard times go. This may be the hardest times we know, but life goes on. Oh, when they try and do you in, just keep your head up, don't give in, and hold on to that song. I'm thankful for the sunset. I'm thankful for my health, for long naps, big dreams. I'm thankful for each breath. With every day there's a chance to learn something new, and I am thankful I can always lean on you. I'm thankful every day for the simple things, no matter what this old life brings. Gotta hold on to that joy, don't give it away, it's waiting there for you. Be thankful anyway. I'm thankful anyway. Anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. This next one is one that I wrote in English and Spanish. I'm not fluent, but so that's my warning there. But I do my best. And I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, singing in Spanish and English. And this song is about missing my hometown of Tucson, Arizona.
That's your, he's out of tune, look. I tune because he cares. He's got a master's degree from the University of Cincinnati Conservatory.
So that gives me permission to...
And I have that look on his face. And a degree from Mexico High School.
I'm trying. Me gustaría ver mi ciudad, la madrugada tucsonense. Me gustaría bailar con la verdad. Añoro mi familia. Quería bailar con la lluvia fresca y tibia. Voces lindas del mundo, voces altas del aire. Here we go through the mountains, small breeze in the white sands, ocean life from long ago. Countless ancient peaks, thousands of years, grains turn to dreams, burdens into cares. gustaría ver mi ciudad, la madrugada tucsonense. Bailaría con las amigas, tendría una reunión. Me gustaría comer tortillas, que la harina sale corazón. Conocer la cultura, amor, esperanza y la verdad. Here we go through the mountains, small breeze in the white sands, ocean life from long ago. Countless ancient peaks, thousands of years, the grains turn to dreams, burdens into cares. Thank you. I dedicate that to my cousin Bobby.
Well, did anybody here ever meet Pete Seeger? You did. He's a fairly accessible fellow, right? You know, he man of the people. He was. Yeah, he. I met Pete Seeger just once. I was. Thanks to the training of Mrs. Adonis over here, I got to intern at the Los Angeles Times Washington Bureau back in 1994, and Pete Seeger was up for a Kennedy Center honor that year. Good thing he's not up for it this year, by the way. But he, I walked up to him. We had a nice conversation. I asked him about his history, about the stuff before the Congress back in the day, his music, the Weavers. We had a great talk about that. And then I asked him a question, and it was a pretty innocent question. And remember, this was back before the internet was what we know it to be today. So I didn't really have a lot of, shall we say, context for this question. But the question I asked was, do you think Bob Dylan will ever get this award? Not really recognizing that the two of them had a little bit of a feud, I guess, at one point. And the joy dropped from his face. The smile disappeared. The interview was over a few seconds later, and I wondered what I had done wrong. So when the movie came out this past year, I was really fascinated about Bob Dylan and about his relationship with Pete Seeger, and it captured it beautifully. So I had actually written this song back in 2014. And this is a song from the point of view of Pete Seeger and about Bob Dylan, and it's called "If I Had an Axe." Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come here every summer to rise in song as one, to sing the songs of freedom as we sit out in the sun, to push the movement forward, pass down from me to you. And through those big old speakers, I'll hear you speak your truth. I am listening. If I had an axe, I'd cut that cord. What is that awful sound? Everyone who cheered you is gonna run you out of town. You seem to be determined to push everyone away. Now all I can do is let you go your own way. You sang of Medgar Evers in the Mississippi sun, a field of black kids gathered and a few white men with guns. picture, I'm behind you. Leaning in, my eyes are closed, and I can swear I saw the future behind that microphone. I am listening. If I had an axe, I'd cut that cord like you cut me away. One moment I'm your father, the next time your mistake. It seems that you're determined to leave a wreckage in your wake. Now all I can do is let you go your own way. Phil Oakes and Tom Paxton, you cut them off like your home state. You even cut off Joni Bias like you cut off your old name. I'm out among the people. I see they've set your stage at an old minor league ballpark. I doff my cap and wave, but for you the crowd is screaming. I can't make out what you say. I had to buy a ticket, but it's good to see your face and hear your music. If I had an axe, I'd cut this silence, help you find some joy. They put you on a pedestal, but I know you're still that scared little boy, hoping somebody would listen to what you have to say. It's because I love you that I let you go your way. Thanks.
Well, we're going to do one more for the set. And this is called 12-Tone Girl. If you know anything about atonal 12-tone music, this is about dating someone who only likes that, nothing else. Which, you know, it's probably a very common situation everyone's gone through, and we decided we write about common things, and so it's called 12-Tone Girl.
I like people to identify with.
Exactly,
ourselves.
Yeah. We want our stuff to be, you know, top 40, and this is what we were hoping would work. So, yeah.
What is 12-tone music, Michael?
Well, if you divide the octave into, basically, you got 11 notes in the octave, so you have a 12 by 12 square.
Now, this includes the black keys, right?
Yeah, everything. Has everything. So basically, you have, but you can create, as long as you don't repeat a note, you can make a row, and then you can invert it, retrograde inversion. I don't remember everything about it but I know that you can have tonal, like very tonal 12-tone rows. Yeah, there's a 12-tone row. So anyway, if you do it like, then you get what people usually think about it. So so this is our take on a little bit of the 12-tone music, I guess, kind of, but we're not doing 12-tone music. Like everyone does when they write about 12-tone music, they start with a cowboy waltz. So here we go. My girlfriend's pretty amusing. Don't get her talking about music. She's got a constant habit of going on about Milton Babbitt. She always gets the last word. It's always about Schoenberg. I just want to get out there and live, but she's transfixed on the music of Andrei Bukarashvili. I don't know. I don't know who's that.
Well, I tried to talk about Verkleckte Nacht and how much that early stuff did rock. fell for the organized sound. Edgard Varese captured and found. But she runs away at the mention of Prokofiev.
Ouch.
To her, Adams and Glass are just cheap knockoffs. Anton Webern makes her happiest since he guided Hartmann. Carl Amadeus.
Now, who's that?
He's like Mozart, only not at all.
We settled on Olivier Messiaen, who transcribed so many bird songs. We walked the path of happiness, following Stravinsky's Rite of Spring.
Must be pretty.
Not really, though.
But all that early barbarism grated her, while my tonal brain pined for more. Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and some fiddle at a good old music bash.
That's that.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, we told you there, we would let you know. Doris asked us to let you know when the intermission was going to be.
Is it now?
This is it.
This is it. It's a big deal.
Don't go far, because we're going to bring you back in here.
You know, and coffee mugs are heavy, and we brought a bunch of
We brought a bunch of
coffee
we sure
mugs.
don't want to bring them
You know,
home.
everyone doesn't need coffee mugs, because I know your shelves are full of them, and that's the gift you give. But you could buy it for someone else as a Christmas gift now. And you could even like store it in the attic and forget for a few years, and you could just gift it to someone else. But if you want to get a coffee mug, take it home with you. Until then, we'll be back in just a short break. So
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Well done, sir.
How you doing? I'm sorry for everything going on. could, yeah, it could be. Yeah, it finally catches up. Yeah. Yeah. We have fun doing it. Hopefully we want to stay and have a little bit of fun. Be a little bit silly and ridiculous, you know? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's almost like the same story. It's like, oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Somewhere. But yeah. It's. I mean, it's so. It's got to be like you're dealing. I feel like anything dealing with healing. You know, like it's almost. I don't know if it's an attack on the system to take money for that or not. But there's got to be, if someone has empathy and is trying to do their best to make the world a better place. I know with music, it's like I would love to do every gig for no money, uh, if I knew, like, this is one of those things. But at the same time, like, I got to pay some bills. It's like, yeah, exactly, yeah. The eating and so I teach private lessons to pay for my habit essentially of driving most of the time, and but yeah, it's got to be. I think for a doctor, I mean, I know our the Serenity, our family doctor is amazing, and he just keeps on, like, he's just so compassionate, I know he holds crazy hours and probably is on that my app or whatever, whatever, answering questions till late at night, to people, and it's just amazing because yeah. So it really does, that house call thing. It had to be a blessing and probably frustrating to all family members who are like, why isn't my dad here? Why isn't my husband here? Or more. Exactly. It's like, there's a snowstorm. We need heat. It's like, yeah, just imagining, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. When we talked to, 'cause Aaron was in South Florida a lot up until his grandmother passed away, and she was a Jolson baby, and so, but we played for a little bit when she was kind of in and out of, being present and not. Yeah, Aaron and we went down. I flew down and met Aaron over there, and so I played like the Swan, and did a few other things, and she was singing along. But we after that, she was like talking a lot to us about things, and we asked her about Dr. Jolson, and she was beaming. Like she was like, he was such a kind man. He was a wonderful man. She just could not stop saying how wonderful he was, and I'd be like, that that's something like deeply ingrained. To have someone in your life that meant so much, and so, I mean, it's wild. I mean, like, I don't even think going to your doctor in a family practice has that much meaning as someone who made house calls. So, yeah, it's such an honor to sing about somebody with that history. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you hope so. Oh, I would say I force guitar on people. This is not. This guitar is a very nice guitar. It's made by Mark Whitebook, who makes only one a year at this point, or a few, maybe 2 years, something like that. But James Taylor plays one with a big W on the headstock. My Aunt Linda, so this is her road guitar from the 70s. So it's like a $10,000 guitar. Yeah, it's Waddy Wachtel played it on the road band. So if you see videos of like the trio and Emmy Lou or Linda playing guitar, and you see a W on the headstock, that's this guitar. But the action is so low, but it sounds really good acoustic. It's just like, I always sneak it in on the albums. Yeah, if there's any like additional guitar parts, that's me. But yeah. So it's just because I like having just like mixing it up, like half my songs are on guitar and voice, half on cello and voice. And if there's a guitar player in the room, like I don't need to have a guitar. But something like 12-Tone Girl is just fun to do on guitar. And I've grown up in Tucson. Like my madrugada tucsonense is very much, it's a Mexican waltz, in nature. So I like kind of want a Mexican trio, Los Panchos type feel. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are there castanets? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Oh, I may stand up. Stand up to get a little. They need to turn it up there. Hi. Should we just jump and start? Jump right in? Well, welcome back. We have a mailing list that Aaron's going to pass around. If you like us, you can put a real email address on there. And if you don't, you can just spell or write with really bad handwriting, and we won't get it to you. So, but that is kind of, as we say, our bread and butter, our lifeline and connection to you, because you can have Facebook, you can have all these things, but if we're coming to your area and we know on the list where you're at, Aaron's really good about emailing the people in the area, and we just try to keep in touch that way, because sometimes the old-fashioned email, calling email old-fashioned is crazy, but anyway, the old-fashioned email way is kind of still effective, and so thank you so much for humoring us there.
This is Capo 3, right? Or is it?
Yeah, Capo 3. We have this one track called Evening, and it's kind of
We thought we would play it because it's evening.
It's Evening, yeah, that's it. But it has lyrics by this poet who published a book in 1939 called Clarence Dan Blatchley, and he wrote all these beautiful little poems, and apparently his family would read his poetry, the other books that he wrote that weren't very good, around the fireplace, and they wouldn't burn them. They just would. It was humorous during the holidays. I feel bad for Clarence Dan Blatchley, because he apparently found a good book. So we met the great grandnephew, and who was a cello player in Baltimore. We met
His son?
his son, yeah. And we met a lot of folks in the family. They're like, "Wow, I'm glad you did something with that." So, and this family's quite they're enterprising and everything. And so anyway, this was called Evening. I added a few extra stanzas myself. So it's a co-write between me and someone who was not alive during my lifetime. So I hope he approves. Farseed croons itself to rest. A soft wind bends the slender blades of the dune grasses in the west. Pale cloud turns to pink and fades. Breezes sing a song serene, dancing round the ancient trees. Brings our hearts the joy of dreams, coming from the darkened seas. I hear the sea call out to me, luminescent glow, the brightest green. From soft winds into harmony, we join in song, heading west with thee. Farsi croons itself to rest. The soft wind bends the slender blades. The dune grasses in the west. Pale cloud turns to pink and fades. Across the fields, the dying tones of bells are born, the herdsman calls. His scattered flock, the village drones. The voice of sleep and evening calls. The voice of sleep and evening calls. The voice of sleep and evening calls. Thank you. We did a very trippy music video on that. Aaron and I, the normal part, we sat in his living room and recorded us sitting there and playing it, mock playing against it. And then I asked a bunch of people, our fans, I guess, to send videos from the beach and everything. So I was doing some weird stuff in that video, but I think it's kind of cool. I watched it the other day. I'm like, I still like it. So we do have a music video for that one if you want to just zone out.
Yeah. I scoured my songs for Columbus-themed songs, and I have a couple that never really made the cut. There was one called National Road, which I wrote about National Road, but I haven't thought of that song in like 25 years. And I have a song that I wrote maybe 2 years ago called Teenage Test Market Saturday Night, which would probably be a good song to play tonight. Don't go before we talk. Good to see you, RJ. But this is a song that has a little bit of Bexley in it. And there was this is a song about the tightest bond in the universe, the bond between a man and his barber. Because if you're going to have somebody come at your head with scissors, you better be able to trust them. So this fellow was, the idea is that you get to know your barber, you trust the barber, you form a bond with the barber, you never stray, you form a long-term relationship, and then when he retires, you never get your hair cut again.
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, that's right. So my barber Joe retired about 5 years ago, so this is almost 5 years growth here. But, this song, this is a composite, and I wrote it with my good friend Phil Henry. He's got his barber of his youth in this song. And even though I named the song after Joe in Delaware, and there's a lot of Joe in this, but this is really, I think, based off of Frank from the Maine Bexley Barber Salon. Did any of you ever know Frank Hottenrod? Yes, so... I mean, this is a bit of a portrait. This person does not look physically like Frank did. With my memory is he had big curly hair, and he always had a smile. But he listened, and that's really what you go to a barber for. If it's nice if they can cut your hair, but you really need them to listen, and that's what I needed when I was a kid, was somebody like Frank. So I'll dedicate this to his memory. This is old Joe's chair. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, I got to get it right.
I gave the master's degree look for a second. I'm
All
sorry.
right,
I
here we go.
apologize.
Take 2.
It's unintentional.
Take 2, 3, 4. Sit me down in that old leather seat, put my feet up, spin me around and smile and call me by my name. Old Joe, he's a sight in his horn rims and white hair. And just like this barber shop, they don't make 'em quite the same. So take a little off the top, take a little off the sides, brush the burden from my shoulder, take the load off of my mind. Always find my way back there. He shakes his shears from the big blue jar, asks, how are ya? And I tell him, Joe, I don't know where I dare begin. If I say it's been a damn hard year, would it be too honest? When Joe keeps on clipping, I know my secret's safe with him. So take a little off the top, take a little off the sides, brush the burden from my shoulder, take the load off of my mind. Always find my way back there to old Joe's chair. Old Joe's chair. White walls and hardwood floors, and bad jokes from before the war, and Polaroids on the walls from days gone by. Now men don't cry, men don't do sad, but sitting here I feel like I'm talking with my dad. First moment's peace I've had in a long, long while. Turns me around with a wink and hands me a mirror. And I tell him, Joe, I swear I look like a new man. And he says, son, you could never get too many haircuts. And don't be a stranger, and he offers me his hand. Take a little off the top, take a little off the sides, brush the burden from my shoulder, take the load off of my mind. Always find my way back there to old Joe's chair. Can you sing with me? Old Joe's chair. Old Joe's chair. Joe's chair. Thanks. You know, we have this thing where I take Michael to see places. I took him. We have a song called Black Lab. I took him to the Black Lab Bakery in Delaware.
It had closed down by that point.
The day before.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I take him to Bexley. I want you to see the main Bexley Barber Salon.
It had just closed down a week earlier, I think.
But
Now-
the chair was still there.
Yeah. Your pizza place is still there.
Thank God. Took him there today. It was open.
Here is so we were tasked with writing a jingle. It was one of our Kickstarters. And as everyone does when you write a jingle, you write it in 5. You know, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like Take 5, like Dave Brubeck's Take 5. Actually, no one does that for a jingle. So this is not going to win any awards, but it is about our friend Mallory Riley, who's a photographer. She's actually just a few hours north in like Kent area, kind of. She's excellent. If you run into her, she's the best. And so we wrote a song about her. The song's called Mallory Riley.
It's new.
Write it in your diary, put it in your psyche. Day will shine brighter with Mallory Riley.
She'll photograph your wedding, make a lovely image. She'll take your family portrait, it would be her privilege. If you let her take your picture,
wishes in a bottle.
you don't have to be a model. Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley.
You're running around nervous, everything's a hurry, but at least there's one thing where you don't have to worry. On your big occasion,
She'll help you crack a smile,
help you take the edge off.
kindness is in style with Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley. Take it, cello. Whimsical and goofy, Absurd and wild,
she'll get you to laugh
and singing like a child,
chaser of
and
light,
lover of laughter,
saving your day
forever after.
when the day is over. Pressed flowers in your book,
And pictures on the table, what a lovely look. Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley, Mallory Riley.
thank you so much. Now, we like to, sometimes we throw a cover out there, so this is one that you may or may not know. Do you remember how this goes, Aaron?
Yes, I do.
Okay, excellent. I think I do.
Now it's time to leave the capsule if you and there's nothing I can do. Thank you. Of course, David Bowie wrote that. Thank you. Mr. Schneider, there's a little Malaguena in that song, if you remember that. There we go. If you can remember back to 1991. Did that song in marching band.
Corners dancing in my head, wishing they were painted red, and I wish you were here with me. And I wish you were here with me. Quiet visions of hope, colliding loudly, not a sound. Only 2 more weeks till we meet. 2 more weeks till we meet. And in 2 weeks we are going to live our dreams, viewing the world while moving consciously. Joy in this place, home on display for the world to see. How happy we'd be, so the world can see how we are free. Corners dancing in my head, wishing they were painted red, and I wish you were here with me. And I wish you were here with me.
And in 2 weeks we are going to live our dreams. Viewing the world while moving consciously. In 2 weeks we are going to live our dreams. Viewing the world while moving consciously.
Thank you so much.
Michael Ronstadt.
That's a tune called Corners, and I wrote that. I wrote that just in 2007, and I wrote it dreaming of tour buses and paid expenses on touring, and I've toured in a Prius and a Honda Accord and a Honda. Oh yeah, a Honda CRV. I had a green Honda CRV. So there you go. So those are my tour buses. We're going to do a tune called The Strength to Not Fight Back.
That's right. This is for any baseball fans. This is a song about Jackie Robinson, and the idea here is don't take the bait. So. Do you know why we brought you here? He bellowed with a gleam. You're here to play in Brooklyn if you can make the team. I know that you can hit the ball, but there's more to discuss. What I need to know from you is if you have the guts. When they bring the scorn upon you, you gotta turn the other cheek. You gotta hand your head in silence up against the highest heat. If you lose your head, they've got you. But this'll be our pact. I need to know that you have got the strength to not fight back. Stood into the batter's box and took what they could throw. A fastball to the head or reminders of Jim Crow. They spiked him on the base paths, they cursed him from the stands. Even his own manager said he was half a man. But his hitting was electric, he ran in no time flat. He heard all of that taunting and he answered with his bat. It's a hard road to travel, but he didn't draw the map. He stood in a long line of those with the strength to not fight back. From the man who held the bullhorn on the streets of the Castro, to Mahatma's march in India and Kent State, Ohio, to a jam cell in South Africa where a man learned to forgive, to a lunch counter in Greensboro on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, to a mighty march on Washington astride a sea of men. Lessons of humility from a man from Bethlehem who said to love your neighbors, forgive those who attack. And as he died, he showed he had the strength to not fight back. The strength to not fight back against the vicious fist. The strength to not fight back and the power to resist. When they laughed at him or froze them out, or when they brushed them back, it's how inside they could find the strength to not fight back. So we're at the crossroads, we stand there every day. Can we check our pride or must we escalate? With a neighbor, a co-worker, policeman, or a clerk, or when somebody cuts us off when we're driving home from work. Jackie, how'd you do it? How'd you turn the other cheek? When you felt the rage well up, you never said a peep. By power of example, you more than kept your pact. You showed us all how to find the strength to not fight back. Whoa, strength to not fight back. To stand the higher ground. Strength to not fight back. To speak without a sound. When they laugh at us or freeze us out, or when they brush us back. Somehow inside we can find the strength to not fight back. Somehow inside we can find the strength to not fight back.
finish out with that. Oh, Conshohocken. Oh, I just can't read today. Here's one about a breakup on the Conshohocken Curve, which is outside of Philadelphia. There's how many of you have driven into Philadelphia on the Schuylkill Expressway? Okay. There's like rock walls on the right and the left, and it's like 2 lanes, and then down there's 2 lanes, and there's a curve called the Conshohocken Curve. It's kind of like the bend in Kentucky going into Cincinnati. It's not much of a bend. It's just a little bit of a curve. But we imagined a story that may or may not be true, a breakup song over and over like Groundhog's Day on the Conshohocken Curve. It was a dark and stormy morning. I was going 65. Seatbelt snapped, the heater blasted my step. My head was stuck in drive. Kind of half expected it in my bleary morning fuzz, but I was still a bit uneasy when I felt my pocket buzz. Had in mind what I might do, but I lost my nerve. She had to drop the big one on the Conshohocken Curve. The sun had just begun to rise, Blue Route exit passed. Eyes bugged out, the drool dripped down, I swear I almost crashed. Felt my heart skip 7 beats, words spun around while thrashing, tearing apart each little thought that I had long been stashing. I had in mind a straighter course, but I had to swerve. She had to drop the big one on the Conshohocken Curve. The cliffs above, the river down, the muddy blank terrain. My tires grip for traction, are breaking in my brain. She screams out, "You're too intense, you're driving me away." The memories, they all flood out. Thunder brings the rain, the rain. Thunder brings the rain, the rain, the rain. Thunder brings the rain, the rain, the rain. Thunder brings the rain, the rain, the rain. Bet that she would take me back like 7 times this year. But next time that she breaks it off, I know she'll find me here. Guess that in the end we all get what we deserve. Just another morning on the Conshohocken Curve. I guess that in the end we all get what we deserve. Just another morning on the Conshohocken Curve. Thunder brings the rain. Thunder brings the rain, the rain, the rain. Thunder brings the rain. Thunder brings the rain.
You've been a great audience. Thank you for listening. We're gonna do one more by request here. I want to say thanks to Doris from the chorus. Woo! Doris Orsler, you are amazing. Thank you, Ivy, on sound. Thank you, Liam. Am I missing anybody? Am I forgetting anybody? Brandon, wherever you are, thank you. And thanks to all of you. It's so nice to come back home again and get such a warm welcome and see so many lovely faces. And thank you for staying. Thank you for coming. We'll do one more cover song. Said the joker to the thief, there's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, plowmen dig my earth. Nobody living along the line knows what any of it's worth. No reason to get excited, the thief he kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that, and this is not our fate. Let us not go talking falsely now, the hour is getting late. The princes kept the view, while the women came and went, their foot servants too. Outside in the cold distance, a wildcat did growl. Two riders were approaching, the wind began to howl. Ronstadt. Thank you, Columbus. Thank you, friends. Thank you, family.
Aaron Nathans.
Michael Ronstadt. Good job, sir. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Want to do another?
We'll do it. All right. Sure. One more. I know some of you have to get to Japan, so don't feel like you need to. But yes. Thank you and thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. We'll do one more, and don't feel obligated to stay, unless I've told you you're obligated to stay. No, I'm okay. Should we do do the one we skipped over?
Oh yeah. No.
No, we should do the
Doing the best.
doing the. Okay, all right, sure.
Okay.
This is a song about having a second child. A lot of songs about having your first child, but not a lot of songs about having your second child. And this goes out to anybody who is feeling stressed out. So, ready? I used to put on fancy clothes. I used to paint the town. Now Timothy is ringing me. I don't see you around. Well, I've got this child strapped to my chest. I've still got on my daytime vest. And after sundown, I got nothing left. I'm doing the best I can. I only have two hands, everyone's expecting me to be the way I used to be. Oh, I'm down on the floor to play. I'm trying to get through the day, I'm asking you to understand. I'm doing the best I can. The doctor's bills are piling up, there's groceries on the floor. The laundry pile is getting high. There's someone at the door. Can I have a moment of your time? As if that minute's even mine. So take a hint and let me mind the store. I'm doing the best I can. I only have two hands, everyone's expecting me to be the way I used to be. Oh, I'm down on the floor to play. I'm trying to get through the day, I'm asking you to understand. I'm doing the best I twinkle, twinkle telephone. I make believe there's no one home. Mow the lawn and fix the sink. Clean the bottle, boil the bink. Make sure that the kids are bathed. The paper boy wants to be paid. A crack of dawn, the morning gun. A miracle, it all gets done. I'm sleepwalking through my days. Down in a deep haze. There's the baby, please don't wake it. There's the mind glass, please don't break it. I'm doing the best I can. I only have two hands, man, the world sure makes my head spin. When it says, you gotta squeeze me in. I'm down on the floor to play. I'm taking it day by day, I'm asking you to understand. I'm doing the best I can. 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 Doing the best I
can.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But
Doing the best I can.
Aaron Nathans.
Thank you for listening,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun. Good night. RJ, why don't you come on up here? I want to see you before I... Yeah. Thank you, Doris.